Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
TNT Cakes Creations and More, where we specialize in red velvet and strawberry cheesecake, chocolate covered strawberries, custom baby boxes, custom signs, custom tees and sweatshirts, custom sports balls, graduation accessories, custom glasses and tumblers, custom license plates, heat transfers, custom office signs. TNT Cakes Creations and More. Give us a call.
Yo, welcome back to the GAMG, the Big Flex Strongcast. I am your host, John Q in this bitch, and we are here with the episode 47, and who we have to my right, as usual, my brother and shit. What up, though, Don?
What's poppin'?
Yeah, buddy. You already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So this episode 47 is sponsored, of course, by the Gym Animal Muscle Gang brand. So if you're looking for any kind of personal training, personal fitness training, one-on-one training, group training, nutritional advice, meal plans, and the dopest workout apparel, make sure you check out my website at gamg.shop. Or you can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook at Gym Animal Muscle Gang Fitness, y'all. So what's up, man? How was your strong again, cuz?
It was beautiful. This was a wonderful weekend in the city.
Fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Man, let me tell you something. It was so much going on that, and I think after just kind of reflecting on it, you got to give some credit to U of M. They kind of kicked it off a couple weeks ago with the win.
Champions.
So
National champs.
I feel like the city, the state of Michigan just been on like buzzing.
A hell of a vibe. Yeah.
And I know that although everybody is or has been really excited about the Lions, I was really excited for the young cats this strong in that had the concert at Little Caesars. You know what I'm saying? It was Team Eastside versus Doughboys, and you had the 42 Doug. It was his coming home concert, just to see, you know, all of those cats on stage with one another. They brought out Boosie, Jeezy, Gotti, Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill.
Glorilla. How you got say that name, Glorilla?
That's baby girl name, but
Glorilla.
I feel like that was a beautiful
like a
thing.
goat
It was a long time coming, man. So shout out to Team Eastside. Shout out to
Shout 'em
the
out,
Words
yeah.
Cash Out, man. Like that was just seeing all of the fanfare and just the love that the city had and
Connecting, man.
And to know that that all went down, incident free, man.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, definitely clap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, a lot of times it be that fuckery. You know what I'm saying? That mess up everything.
Man,
You know
come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man. This been a long time in the making, and I was here to see all of it.
That's what's up,
I
man.
definitely got to shout them boys out, man, because a lot of young cats nowadays, they just feel like, hey, we can't, once it's beef on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta. This was Wallow and Gilly came in town to kind of highlight it, and you got to realize that at some point, it's hard to get money in the city with everybody beefing and
Yeah,
shooting
it's
and
like-
killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? So this was the perfect thing to kind of really get it going, and
Yeah.
I was here for it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, man. As far as my strong end, man, I ain't do nothing but try to relax a little bit. I had a little procedure done Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like took me out just a little bit, not too much. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I chilled out. Watched a couple of movies on Tubi, and of course, I had to catch up on some of my movies and stuff like that. Shout out to I just watched what was that, Rose Gold?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty straight, man. Yeah, that
Darren,
was pretty good,
I think
man.
Darren directed that.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. A couple of cats and stuff that we know up in there.
Yeah,
and
Crystal the Doll, I think, was in it.
yeah, and Jafar Fitness. Shout out to Jafar Fitness
He
up
was
in
in
there.
that?
The gym was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was
nice.
like, hey, I hit him up. I
Yeah.
said, hey, man, why you ain't tell me? I said, the gym was over there. He was like,
Yeah.
man, they be always over there. I said, yeah, I kind of.
Nice.
So shout out to Jafar, man. Of course, yeah. We gonna talk about I want to talk about the Lions real quick. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go ahead and really go in a little bit on them. Second playoff win. At the crib, you know what I'm saying? They done made history again, you know what I'm saying? And they often to say the NFC Championship now, you know what I'm saying? Well, you think they're going to go ahead and do something against the Niners, man?
Okay, listen to me. I was talking to my homeboy earlier. He feels as though that the Super Bowl, the emblem for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm up on it. I think I said
I ain't up on it.
But listen though, that color and shit could be represented and shit by the recap or the what you want to call that, the rematch of the home opener of the season, which was Kansas City and the Lions. That's purple all day. Blend that one.
So
I think the Lions can. I'm gonna tell you like this. They lost one of their offensive linemen yesterday, right?
Really?
However, Jonah Jackson, he tore his meniscus, so he had surgery today. They said if it's possible to get him back if they make it to the Super Bowl, right? But however, guess what? Guess who might not play for San Francisco?
Who that?
Debo Samuel. He got hurt. Say that Saturday with a shoulder injury.
I ain't know that.
So I'm gonna put it to you like this. Be honest with you, the Lions are destined to make the Super Bowl and win it. If you just look at I'll be on my astrology and all that kind of shit and the numbers and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's the Lions' time. They got the color. It's the numbers. The man. We can probably have a whole little show about that. But
Man,
yeah,
listen, I think they're gonna do it. I actually gonna put some bread on it. I want to go ahead and say I think the Lions gonna go ahead, and I think we gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
we match up good against them, man. I'm gonna tell you, we match
and
up good
it would be
against them.
redemption against the Ravens.
I think the Ravens are about to lose
Word?
to Kansas City. Yeah.
You think it's gonna be the Lions and KC?
Yep.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yep.
Bro, Lamar Jackson on fire right now.
Listen.
Highest
the Lions,
paid quarterback in the NFL.
Hey, listen.
$52 million a
if
year.
it's the Lions and whoever, I still love our chance. You know why? Because for one, they're gonna be playing in a dome in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. Anything goes from here on out. These four teams, anybody can beat anybody, right?
Right.
And anybody can lose to anybody. So I love our chances. Hey, look, they really only lost two road games. They got cheated out that one in Dallas, right? So just look at it, right? So just look, like we haven't lost two games back to back this year at all, right? Mm-hmm. So that means they can whoop your ass anywhere they go. They can whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to.
And when they lost against Baltimore, we had some injuries. We had a few players that did not play at all, and we was playing up. That was the second back-to-back on the road.
Yeah.
So I love our chances, man.
They did us dirty, and I would love to see some redemption against them. But you say you think the Ravens might be out of there this Sunday?
I got this funny feeling, man. Like KC is gonna do it.
KC and the Lions.
Yeah. Woo. Just think about it.
That would be a matchup.
That was a hell of a game, right? It popped it off. The Lions won by 1 point. The score was 20 to 20. What? 21. It was 21-20.
Okay.
That's 41.
Yeah.
The first person who caught the touchdown of the year was Amon Brown. Guess what his number is? 14. That's that 1 and 4. So like I said, I can break down a whole bunch of shit with these numbers. And that's what the algorithm right now, y'all. If y'all know about anything about the algorithm right now, the numbers are 11 and 44, and the color scheme is blue. And it's been like that damn near the whole year. And it flipped a couple of times between, say, when the Lions started off, but it's back on that same algorithm again. And guess what the Leos represent?
What's that?
Just the age of Aquarius, dogs. So, and this is, say, what you want to call this in Chinese New Year or whatever. This is the year of the dragon. This is the year to slay the dragon. They done slayed Stafford. They done slayed, say the Bucks. They done slayed every damn thing. They beat, say, Denver, right, where the coach went against his mentor, they slayed that dragon. They done slayed a lot of dragons this year. First time they done won a playoff game in 30 years. They done won the second one. This the first time they done had one at home in how long? They done slayed a whole bunch of dragons. What the fuck else did they? Dog, they battle tested. They has really been mentally tested.
So you say this is the year of the dragon. I am familiar with that.
And they a team, man.
Oh no,
they a real team. They're a real team. So
yeah, they definitely.
So shout out to the Lions real quick, y'all. We had to go in on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my prediction, like I said, Kansas City and the Lions gonna beat their ass and shit 34-31. Mark it down. Bet. You gonna see that phone? 34, that's that 4, and 31. That's that 1. That 4 and 1, I'm telling you, algorithm.
For next week victory. You looking past that.
Yeah, we beating 40. We about to beat the 49ers.
It's about to be interesting.
Yeah. Everybody the whole year, the 49ers, man, they looking this, that. Listen, they got their ass worse than, say, the Ravens did.
Really?
Did the Lions. Yes, just a few weeks ago in, say, San Francisco. Yes. So don't nobody want to see that. Come on, man. We the hottest teams. Right now, the Lions are great for business. Believe that shit.
I believe it.
Yeah, they great for business, so trust me. You know?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for it.
Y'all call in. Hey, look, y'all call in and let us know what y'all think about the Lions at 313-266-2811. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get a chance. We're going to go ahead and real quick and go into Q's health tip real quick. And it's pretty simple, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Please do y'all health checkups and health screenings such as blood pressure checks, cholesterol checks, cancer screenings, prostate checks, colonoscopies, eye checks. Go to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? Just, even if you're feeling great, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with going to get you, say, some blood work done. You know what I'm saying? To get everything kind of like checked out in perspective. See if, it's always good to, get some good checks and screenings done on yourself, to try to prevent anything, if possible. And then, just do your due diligence, you know what I'm saying? As far as your health just in general, And that's really about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into details. I will say this, by me having this procedure on my hand and stuff like that, I knew I had to go eventually go do it, So that's one thing. I try to go to the dentist 2 times a year and stuff like that. Get my blood work done. And, I'm getting a little bit older. And I know it's time for that colonoscopies and prostate checks and all that kind of stuff. So if you're a little older out there, you know what I mean? Hey, do your due diligence. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you eat.
Season, that's what we call it now.
Say,
if you're a little seasoned.
Yeah, a little pepper, a little, salt and pepper up in here. But you know what I'm saying? So just do y'all due diligence, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's Q's health tip right there. I'm very simple, you know what I'm saying? And you got anything for Don's motivational moments?
Man, listen, the motivational moment is don't wait. Don't wait on nothing.
Don't wait.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna say it the whole year. This year for me is going to be about doing everything in my power to be my authentic self.
Okay.
All right, and just exploring every aspect of Don and what that looks like. I think that many of us we do things to survive. We do things to fit in. We do things not to be ostracized. We do things based on our own insecurities. We do things based on our own level of emotional intelligence or lack thereof. And for me this year is just about, ripping all that shit off and saying, okay, who's Don? You know what I'm saying? And really be myself 100%, my authentic self. And I think that I was having a conversation with a couple of partners a few weeks ago, and, the gist of our conversation was love equals freedom. Mm-hmm. And freedom equals love. And I think many of us, oftentimes we don't experience the full potential of love and or freedom because we don't allow ourselves to be free. And, my thing is when you allow yourself to be free, you also weed out a lot of people that, are even in your life at times, you know. And I think for a lot of us, sometimes people are scared to lose people, people that's close to them and people that's in their life. But in actuality, that's a beautiful thing, because what would your life look like if you were surrounded by people that 1,000% accept you for you and love you for who you are?
That's empowering.
What does that look like? You
That's
know
empowering.
What I'm saying? When you feel loved and supported by just that group of people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, man? That's a beautiful thing. So that's what I'm going for.
All right. Shit, hey. Give a thou wow on that one. You know what I'm saying? For real,
you gotta show me how to work this motherfucking thing. Do this stand up. I'm so not tech. Look at this, y'all. I'm just sitting up here fiddling around and fucking around with this damn thing. Thank you. Come show me some love, because I'm sitting up here playing around with a damn Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. There we go. Hold on.
Man, yeah.
Now do what?
You say a tripod.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
Look at that, y'all.
Yeah.
There you go. You ain't that old after all, huh? No.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm getting younger, dude. You feel me?
Oh, man. So, look, y'all. We got a couple of crazy topics. Kind of crazy, but just some current stuff that we ain't... Some of these topics or whatever, we ain't get a chance to last week, but we going to touch on a couple, all right? So... what y'all think about this one? I want y'all to call. Remember, call in 313-266-2811. We want to hear y'all opinion about some of these. So you have the first one is zombie drug called Kush made with human bones causing addiction crisis in Sierra Leone, West Africa. All right. So it says this cheap poison is a mixture of opioids, cannabis, disinfected, and the locals say ground down human bones that have been dug up from graves. All right. So this high detaches users from reality for several hours and is proven to be fatal. So when high, users have been known to bang their heads repeatedly against walls, walk into traffic, and fall from high places. It says the exact data on the amount of people that have died from its use is still uncertain, but the consensus is at least, say, about 12 people a day has been dying from the use of this Kush. All right. Wow. So it says now people are smoking drugs with dug up human bones. And what the fuck is the world really coming to, man? Like, did you ever you hear about this?
I heard a snidget about this, and I'm using snidge with an N. I know that ain't no real word, but I'm from the west side, Finkel. But I feel like, again, we are in those times where, people kind of hear some stuff and then, folks not doing too much research. Yeah. And, if anything, we need some more real scientists speaking out in the world about a lot of this foolishness. I follow a couple different doctors on social media that are really into brain scans and There's one guy in particular, and I don't want to make no damn name up, but he does brain scans, and he talks a lot about the effects of alcohol and the effects of marijuana and other various drugs, cocaine, heroin, meth. And I was just telling somebody the other day, I was like, recently I was doing some research, and it was saying that a lot of the marijuana that you had back in the 70s had a higher CBD content than THC content.
Now that shit didn't flip.
Yeah, and now it's the opposite. Mm-hmm. So my homegirl, she's like, yeah, but that ain't weed. That's reefer. And I said, well, shit,
Reefer.
maybe niggas need to go back to smoking reefer.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because the CBD got the cannabinoids in it and all the other kind of stuff, and that's the medicinal aspect of the marijuana versus THC that just strictly gets you high.
Yeah.
You understand
More
what I'm
medicinal
saying?
than, say, recreation.
I basically was just like, who knows? That might be, the go-to weed, you know what I'm saying, to get back to. Because some of this THC, I feel like it is leaving people in this state where people are depressed a lot more. Mm-hmm. They have a lot more anxiety. You understand what I'm saying? And just, I don't know. I feel like people need to start doing a little bit more research on the long-term effects of, just smoking marijuana. So
okay. I mean,
but the zombie stuff with human bones,
yeah,
I'm straight up off of that. I know a lot of rappers. I know rappers was talking about this shit, talking about smoking on Pookie Loc and all that, but not your mans. I'm not smoking on nobody's bones.
But see, that kind of like when I first heard of it, right? And it's coming from Sierra Leone, or if it was coming from Haiti or Haiti or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You would think the first thing is, man, that got to be some voodoo shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, like, why would somebody want to, think of that? And it's like, what if, say if you are doing some stuff like that now what is the premise behind that? To be more connected or something? You know what I'm saying? With a person that was, in the past, as far as their DNA, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would make somebody even think of doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like actually grounding up somebody's bones and putting it in whatever, you know what I mean? If it was a drink, if it was some weed, if it was whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like what would make somebody even think of that? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know how you hear stuff about even back in the day where you have people and stuff, like say warriors and stuff like that. When you in battle, you heard stuff about, when you kill somebody, they drink their blood and all that kind of crazy shit. You drink their blood or whatever, you take their powers and all that kind of stuff from, a little weird shit like that. And it's like, that's some cannibalism shit, or, at the end of the day. And is it really, you know what I'm saying, say, I guess, like
beneficial?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
No, I'm just, you know what I'm saying. When I seen this, I'm like, damn, this just made me start thinking about all the stuff that you done seen in movies, right?
Yeah,
you done seen stuff in movies, and then I done heard, I done read things, from back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, like different civilizations and stuff like that. Some of their practices and their culture and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When it comes to even say the Jujubes, right? They still say do animal sacrifices. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
That community.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. So they still do animal sacrifice big time in New York, big time.
Yeah.
So what is really behind that? Because we can go and say, okay, that was part of, say, the quote unquote the Old Testament in the Bible was animal sacrifice, and then in the New, Testament, then you had human sacrifice. Which would be Jesus and stuff like that. So I don't know. It was just something that that popped up or whatever that I seen. I was like, man, that's something to kind of.
Like I said, I don't really want to be smoking on.
I ain't smoking no shit.
On Joe and John, you feel me? The fuck.
You might as well go ahead and smoke a bag of shit.
We not doing all of that. Yeah, we not doing all of that. I'm really trying to. It's crazy because. I think that because that my journey this year is about what does authentic Don look like. I'm really trying to find more ways to tap into my mind itself.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like that excites me now. Yeah. Like what does it really look like to tap into my mind and unlock my creativity? What does it look like to tap into my mind and release some old trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what does it look like for me to tap into my sexual energy and transmute it into something that is beneficial for me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about just, I need to be getting a lot of, having a lot of sex and screwing all day. I'm talking about really taking some of that energy, transmuting it, because our sexual energy is some of the most strongest energy that we have. All right?
And
so
you can, and that shit can fucking, if you exchanging that shit with the wrong person, you definitely can get drained. And
you feel me? So what does it look like when
over.
you tap into a certain type of energy and you are, transmuting that energy and using it for creativity purposes, and then outside of that, maybe that creativity, leads to, you being more prosperous in other areas. So I don't know, that's the game plan this year, tapping into that.
All right. Hey, look, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got Latoya in the chat. We got G Woods in the chat. What up, though, cousin? We got let's see, we got Keisha Love in the chat. We got Midday Vibes. We got Anquinet. What up, though, sis? We got let's see, who we got up in the chat? We want to shout out everybody. Let's see. Did I miss anybody right now? We got Love in the chat. Yeah. And just y'all call on in if y'all got some questions about some of these topics. We're gonna move on to the next one real quick, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard about this one. We got Michael B. Jordan launches a first of its kind sea moss beverage. All right, and he allocated $25,000 to organizations supporting the ocean. So it says, as co-founder, Jordan says his goal with Moss, that's the name of the company, is to introduce healthy options that will empower people to reach their wellness goals. It says launching in 3 flavors, pure pomegranate and mango ginger. Moss combine organic juices, botanical extracts, and herbs featuring ingredients like sea moss, ashwagandha, and ginseng. Okay, it says aside from offering, say, plastic-free packaging, which is key to me, I believe, Moss has donated, like I said, $25,000 to organizations actively working to protect the ocean. Give a big flex and shit to Michael B. Jordan for that. You know what I'm saying, yo?
That's what's up.
Clap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'll be definitely in shit trying that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Anything that's promoting, say, healthy options, try it out. You know what I mean? We got a call. Welcome to the GAMG, the Big Flex Podcast. Who's on the line?
What up, though? This is Willie.
Oh, this Willie. What up, though, Willie?
What up, though?
What's going on, sir?
Shit, man. What's going on with you?
What's going on, Dice? What's going on, Q?
Not much.
Yeah, man. Just tapping in, man. Like Don was saying, trying to get to know yourself, man, and tapping in. So I'll say I was just reading some articles on some stuff, and they were saying how, this is the year of revealing.
Yeah,
the year of revealing, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Slay that dragon.
So a lot of stuff is coming out. I mean, and not even just a lot of stuff coming out. It's just stuff in your past that you used to deal with. Even though you might not be that same person, you still got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Or it'll come to the surface. And I think sometimes for a lot of people, when people hear things like that, they get worried and nervous about it. But here's the deal. At the end of the day, I think that a lot of people really don't understand what karma is, or how to clear your karma, or how to transmute your karma. And so a lot of folks just, they kind of hear one thing, but believe it or not, for a lot of people, when you have things that are revealed or things that come back up, oftentimes they for your greater good. There are some things that get swept under the rug in terms of your emotions or any type of trauma. Oftentimes, a lot of us every day, we have we just operating in pain, and we never really correct that pain. You know what I'm saying? We just dealing with it.
Yeah. Right.
And so sometimes if that, that shit rises to the surface, maybe it may cause you to take a closer look to it so that you actually can finally eliminate it or get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that sometimes when you hear that kind of stuff, you may get worried, but believe it or not, it's like that old saying, go, obstacles are a good thing because they force you to make decisions.
Yeah. Then too, just to add on too, like you can look at things as a lesson too, because sometimes if you keep on being presented the same obstacles or stuff like that, or issues in your life, most of the time it's because you haven't dealt with it. So just take heed, take heed of it. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep on running across the same kind of people, or that's in your life that's doing the same thing, or if you keep on coming across the same problem, just know that's an indication that you still have work to do. You know what I mean? In order to correct it. So, and then too with the karma, it's a lot of people say karma, you know what I'm saying, as far as on a negative, but you can have, say, good karma too. You know what I mean? So, it is what what you put in. If you put in some bullshit on, anything that's in your life that you need to fix, then you're going to get that bullshit back in return. But if you actually, you know what I'm saying, go deep. When I say go deep, you have to go into the darkness, you know what I'm saying, and really, figure out that trauma and really put that work in for yourself, you know what I mean, to figure that shit out, so.
Right.
All right.
I think I said I was going to take notes on stuff like that in the past and find out how I can make myself a better person and correct some of the issues, even if they do resurface.
Yeah.
Because you got to think a lot of this stuff happened at a time where, I was young. We didn't know no better. I wasn't the man that I am now. And now that I'm the person I am now, I see stuff a lot different. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can deal with it. And again, that's the reason why it's a beautiful thing. Oftentimes, many of us aren't equipped to handle things at a certain point of our life, or in our life, rather. And so when they come back up, that's the perfect time. It's like, hey, back then I thought this way. Now I think this way. And now I'm better equipped to handle, what comes with this situation. And I think that, learning how to have proper communication, learning how to have productive conversation, learning how to have respectful conversation. When you're at a certain point in your life, all of those things may not be a priority to you. And so those issues end up being unresolved.
Yeah.
But then, you go through your own life's journey, and now all of a sudden you're better equipped to handle some of those things, and so it shows up at the proper time and it's needed.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, now Willie, say, hey, look, so make sure you call back in next week, man. We gonna need it. No. All right. Say this
man,
T. Hey,
I
look.
appreciate you.
And shout out to TNT Cakes Creations and more, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
make sure y'all
man,
make sure
I heard
y'all
they had
support.
some good cakes.
Yeah, man, you gotta send us something up here, man. You know what I'm saying?
I want a pistachio cake, man. Y'all know how to get down with the pistachio
I'm gonna
cake?
make one, man. I think I gotta get my grandmother's recipe, man.
Bro.
Yeah. You remember that?
I had to look
you remember
that
that,
one
don't
up,
you?
man.
But
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, let me tell you
Hey.
something. I had a pistachio cake in my life one time. I said, "Woo!" with some. It had a nice glaze on it. Man, let me tell you something. It's one of the best cakes I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
A
That's
pistachio cake?
It was a
That's-
pistachio cake.
yeah,
It was like a
that's my,
pistachio pound cake. Yeah, it was.
yeah.
I'm going to look into that one for you, man.
It was delectable.
I got the
It was delectable. That's the word for tonight. Delectable.
Right. You said delectable.
Yeah,
All right.
it was delectable.
All right, now, Tim, man. We'll talk to you
All right,
later.
man,
All
I'ma
right,
holler
thanks
at
for
y'all.
calling in, man. All right, peace.
Peace.
All right. So back to Michael B. Jordan. So, what do you think about, say, this his company, say Moss, with the sea moss juicing?
I want to taste it. I want to see if it's innovative. A lot of people, you know, I've bought various brands of sea moss with everything from mango to elderberry, you know, turmeric, all kind of stuff. So, you know, there's some brands that I like, some I don't.
Yeah.
Some brands, you know, they really clean their sea moss thoroughly. Some don't. I've read the research on, you know, Irish versus the other stuff, and I just feel like, you know, again, you know, now is the time to really start getting behind some of these brands and supporting them. Just my thing is, I hope that these brands do the consumer right and just, you know, stand behind what they say. And don't be kind of BSing. You understand what I'm saying?
Just to be doing some shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
just to take advantage of consumers that feel like, hey, you know, I want to live a holistic lifestyle, or I want to, you know, get into the herbs and all that other kind of stuff.
And then, hey, look, and then you find out and shit on the label, bioengineered.
You don't want to deal with that. So, you know what? That's the one thing that I actually want to get into, and I've been saying this for a minute, so I guess now is the time. But I have really been wanting to grow some herbs, some cilantro, some basil. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit expensive in the grocery market, and it's something that I buy all the time.
I know,
you know, but consume rather. So I'm like, you know, I want to start growing my own stuff.
I had to go check into them. What's those torpedo pots or something, or
really
some kind of pots or whatever? Yeah, that you can actually grow some stuff at, you know, at home and stuff. like that.
Yeah. And I've seen something that looked like a huge display case, and it had all type of herbs on it.
Yeah, it might be something.
I need to check some of that type of stuff out, man. Like,
definitely.
I was looking at some earlier that showed how I feel like it was China, but they were like, when you visit China in certain spots, they're so far ahead of time. You go into coffee shops where like robots are, you know, making up your coffee, you're getting your groceries, and everything is automated and all that. So it's starting to get, you know, wild out here.
You know what? So look, this is my thing with the robot shit. You know what I'm saying? Is this like on a simple thing, I would say like this: robots don't have, say, a soul, right? So, you know, when you should know this, like, and everybody should know this. The reason a lot of times and stuff when people be like, "Man, this food tastes so great," it's because a person has put their energy and put their soul into that shit. You know what I mean? You can taste the love in the food. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest with you, I'm good on like fucking with food that's being prepared or touched or anything by robots, because it's like you are eliminating a major essential aspect of food. You know what I mean? So I'm good on that shit. I don't care on how quote unquote far ahead say some motherfuckers might be when it comes to say these damn robots, but they are artificial intelligence. We are the almighty intelligence.
Bro, that's gonna be some wild stuff when these robots start growing food out the air. You can have people eating air chicken and all of that. And then remember we talked about that before? In the near future, it probably costs more to eat real meat than the artificial stuff. Exactly. Oh, that's scary. That's what's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Because that's when it's time to be like, hey, I need to have some chickens, and if I got to bring my chickens to meet your chickens so the chickens can fuck so we can make some more chickens,
For real.
We're going to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Because I already sometimes sit around and I'm just like, all right, the chicken only have 2 wings, 2 legs,
2 breasts,
and it's a J's on every other corner. It's a wing stop on every other corner. It's a wing fella, a wing stop.
Are we eating chicken or are we eating pigeons?
We buy, you fry, or you know, you buy, we fry.
Shit, the gas station.
If I'm looking at churches, I'm looking at KFC. I'm looking at Captain J's. I'm looking at Big J's. That's a lot. Where they getting all this chicken from?
There you go.
Where the fuck they getting all them wings from? One chicken only got 2 fucking wings.
Yeah. So you talking about we go out to have a Super Bowl party or something? 100 wings? Yeah.
I ordered 50. My mans and them that ordered 50.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are we getting all these 50 batches of wings from?
Yeah, that's... People I don't think they really want to have that conversation, man. People really don't want to have that conversation.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be thinking about that shit all the time.
Yeah.
it be making me wonder a little bit. It should be making me a little annoyed because I took a road trip one time, and I kid you not, I don't know what. Listen, if you ever look at an animal, right, an animal, you know, especially a dog or something, they will instinctively, if you ain't got no nasty ass mutt, but a dog and a lot of animals will instinctively go to some food, and if they just know, like, yo, this ain't right,
they be like, oh, hell
I'm not
no,
messing with it. They're gonna walk away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
Us, a lot of times, we don't know. Oh, man, it's sitting in the freezer. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? No. So, listen, one time I took a road trip down to the A, and I had some chicken. I kid you not, man. I probably didn't eat chicken for about a good 2-3 months because I felt like I ate some clone chicken. I don't know what it was,
but you could tell like the texture or something. Yeah,
yes.
Like the texture and shit.
All right, it wasn't right. The shit made me sick. And every time I looked at some chicken, I was like, damn, I can't even fuck with this shit right now. So I don't know, man.
I get that shit every now and then, man, where it can be like eggs that I'm making in the morning or some shit like that.
Listen, bro, I'm one of them dudes. I buy the most expensive fucking eggs on them. Let me just share this quick. Here go a good tip for everybody out there. Listen to me. When you go to the store, these supermarkets, right, they trick a lot of consumers, right? Many of us need to be educated on some of the products that we buying, all right? So when you go to the grocery market, you see free range, all right? You see cage free, okay? You see organic, and you see pasteurized, right? You see all these different eggs. When I talk to a lot of people, the first type of egg that they get is the cage free joints, all right? Because they feel like, oh man, these organic, they cage free. Listen to me. I'm about to educate you out there. All right. Cage-free eggs don't mean shit. All that means is they might have a 10 by 10 square foot area to be able to roam around in. If you're going to buy eggs and you're going to look for some eggs that are going to be the most healthiest for you, make sure they are organic, pasteurized eggs. And and you guys can look this shit up right now. But the reason why is because those eggs have the most square footage to roam around. All right, so they're not all bunched up together. You understand what I'm saying? Can't move around.
Picking on each other's
now,
shit.
You would think when you see free range or cage free, because you see free, that mean that those eggs or those chickens have a lot more room to roam around in. No.
Nah.
Free range and cage free eggs have the least amount of square footage to move around in. And if you want to buy some eggs that taste really well and they not bunched up with a whole bunch of other motherfucking chickens, get the organic pasteurized eggs. Look this shit up. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
All right. Shit, hey, look, on that note, what other healthy foods would you like to see become more of a priority in our communities and shit like that?
A bigger variety of dark leafy greens, right?
You know what? Me and you was on the same thing. I was going to say greens and
just
more.
Learning to, it's other things out there than spinach and kale, all right? And for me, probably some go-to dark green leafy vegetables would be watercress. I love arugula. That's a staple. And look, to all my fellas out there, get some arugula in your life.
Yeah.
All right. If you're going out, all right, with your old lady and you want to have a nice night at the end of the night.
Arugula.
Get some arugula in your life, and the reason why is because arugula gonna have some nitric acid in it, and that's gonna give you like that boost. You understand what I'm saying? That you gonna want at the end of the night. Your lady, she gonna be happy. And fruit wise, man, just get more berries.
Yeah, berries.
I can't think of how many
berries
men and women don't eat berries. They eat some melon, but they won't eat berries. They feel like blackberries and blueberries, like the texture.
Blackberries, raspberries every day.
Listen, fellas, get some blueberries in your life because them blueberries gonna help clean the plaque out your arteries, and that's gonna help you to have a very, very wonderful night with your lady. You understand what I'm saying? Like we're gonna start touching on this year with some things that are good for men's health. I think that we really need to focus on that because, for a lot of us, outside of having conversations that evolve around, conquering women and just fucking and getting a lot of pussy, like we need to start having a lot more conversations that pertain to just taking care of ourselves. You ain't fucking and getting a lot of pussy if you can't take care of your man part, and you got an enlarged prostate and you got limp dick because you got poor diet.
Mr.
You
Flappy.
understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mr. Floppy.
We're going to get Mr. Flappy together this year and start really talking about some things that are good. Blackberries, believe it or not, are an astringent for your man part. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. Learning about what nuts. Listen to this. A lot of fellas don't know this. There are different nuts that will lower your testosterone. You ready? I'm about to just name off the top 2 that you probably wouldn't even realize. The top 3.
Peanuts.
Walnuts, almonds, peanuts, pistachios actually can lower your testosterone levels. All right. The top 3 nuts that a lot of research that has been done on the first 2. The third one, but I'm gonna say it anyway, is the number 1 is gonna be Brazil nuts. Those are good. They have a lot of selenium in it. But believe it or not, most doctors only recommend that you have 1 to 2 Brazil nuts a day.
Yeah.
They don't even tell you to take a handful of them because they don't want our bodies to get overly toxic with selenium. The second one is macadamia nuts. All right, macadamia nuts, they high in monounsaturated fats. And the reason why they say that the other nuts are bad for you is because they have a lot of PUFAs in them, PUFA, which stands for polyunsaturated.
Definitely like the
God, I can't think of the F and A, but
like
it's fats.
Yeah,
polysaturated fat acid, polyunsaturated fat acid. So believe it or not, walnuts, almonds, pistachios, peanuts, they actually have some stuff in it that can lower your testosterone levels. Listen, everything ain't for everybody, and I think a lot of times when we get to read and stuff, we feel like, oh, this is about to be good for me. Man, do your research, fellas. You want to add some healthy fats to your diet, get you some macadamia nuts in your life, get you that 1 or 2 little Brazil nuts in your life, and go from there.
Another thing that's good for you is dates.
Oh, bro, I love some dates. Dates gonna be good for high energy. Dates gonna be good. It's a high calorie food. If you a guy like me that represent for all the medium dudes in the world, you a hard gainer. You eat a lot of food, but you can't gain a lot of weight. Dates gonna help put them calories on. It's good for your skin and good for your hair. Yep. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. So call on in. 313-266-2811.
Fella, we're gonna have a whole show where we dedicate to some things that the fellas can do going into 2024 about how to take care of yourself. One of the things gonna be how we gonna stop drinking water out of all these plastic
and all that shit.
Because this plastic is lowering our testosterone. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about ordering you some of them the copper what the fuck is it? It's a
like the kettle thing.
It's on the tip of my fucking tongue, but it's basically you pour your water in that copper thing. It's like a pitcher, and that's not the name of it. It's like a copper pitcher, and some of your water will absorb some of that copper, and you can drink from that. You know, because a lot of us men we missing certain minerals, essential minerals in our diet, and copper and zinc is one of them. We gotta have that copper. We gotta have that zinc, but it needs to be in the right balance.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one real quick. We got comedian actor Anthony Anderson wears a gimp suit during the 75th 2024 Emmy Awards. All right. So just for people who don't know what a fucking gimp suit is, if you look at the picture that's up there that y'all see.
Buddy, wow.
So a gimp suit is made from spandex, leather, rubber, PVC, or Duralex, right? It says they are used in BDSM, which is a variety of erotic practices or role-playing involving bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission, sadomasochism. Welcome to the GAMG straight out of your mouth podcast. Who we got on the phone?
He said straight out your mouth.
You have the Dr. NP calling.
Uh-oh.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, this got to be.
How are you, gentlemen?
All right, how you doing?
What's going on, Doc? Talk to us.
Yeah, set. You about to set us straight on something?
I just want to say, when you're talking about, let's not forget about the green leafy foods. Let's throw bok choy in there.
Oh yes, wow, that was on the tip of my tongue too. Yeah. I love bok choy.
Bok choy, and I got a good recipe for that too. So a little sauteed in a little avocado oil or sesame oil, even better if you want that little Asian flair, and then crushed red peppers. But bok choy is very good. It's high in vitamin C. It has a lot of antioxidants in it. So I just wanted to add that.
I like
to
that
the
recipe.
repertoire.
I like that recipe. So for those that can't hear Doc say, add bok choy to that dark leafy green vegetable and saute it in a little avocado or sesame oil and throw some crushed red pepper. And I'm gonna tell you why I like that. That crushed red pepper gonna have some capsaicin in it. That's gonna help to correct me if I'm wrong, dog. It's called vasodilate, where they opens the arteries. Yes, okay. Correct. And that right there is good for you for blood flow. All right. And believe it or not, the red pepper has some vitamin C as well. Peppers have vitamin C in it as well. So that's a beautiful combination. I like that.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
And bok choy also is good for the immune system.
Bok choy, good for the immune system. I like that. Yeah, that was on the tip of my tongue. I actually wanted to say that, but I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to just go overboard, but definitely thank you for that. Yeah. We appreciate that.
My wife makes a good one.
Keep doing what you're doing, gentlemen. Your beautiful work and your beautiful black men.
Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Doc.
Appreciate that.
All right. Thanks for the doctor for that healthy tip. All right, so so get back to say Anthony Anderson, right?
He wears a gimp suit, and that's for that. So
he wore a gimp suit during, say, what was it, last week for the 75th Emmys, right? And this is my thing, right? You know, I when I seen this, I said, what the hell is going on? I said, with all this sex trafficking shit going on with, a lot of, say, sexual abuse, sexual deviance and stuff like that that's going on in Hollywood and stuff like that. Like, how is this even acceptable for Fox to even say air anything like that in this time? You know what I'm saying? Where everything is overly sexualized and stuff like that. But then at the same time, on that same channel, on the news channel, they'll be talking about, we done busted down, say, on a sex trafficking ring and this, that, and other, and then it's okay for this guy to be out here promoting
the foolishness.
Yeah, the foolishness. You know what I'm saying, with this suit. I mean, because it's one thing to be, to have, say, sexual, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But to be broadcasting that kind of stuff, say, on that kind of stage, it's like, enough is enough of this shit. You know
let me speak on that, because this is a real easy answer. Mm-hmm. A few years ago, the way that we watch TV has changed, all right? And everything nowadays, there's a phrase for it, okay? It's OTT, and that's over-the-top television.
Yeah.
All right? So everything now that has been getting a lot of high ratings, believe it or not, is this OTT stuff, okay? And we saw the inception of this when we saw Jerry Springer, which was one of the most highly rated television shows, the Maury Povich show, all of that kind of stuff, okay?
I ain't the pappy.
Believe it or not, Judge Judy could even fit in that a little bit. Some people might look at that and say, hey, this is a court drama television show, okay? But believe it or not, there's a lot of shame, embarrassment, guilt tripping on those kind of shows. And I saw some court show the other day where it's like this hood court show, and where the judge actually, they cussing everything on there. I forget who this is, but I saw Ray J in the jury box, and they got outlandish with it. I say that to say that when you start seeing all of these shows now that are doing this stuff where they need either a woman on woman or male on male kiss going on to add the ratings, I feel like back in the day when you would see some of that, it was just like, hey, you got a kind of a laugh out of it. It was like, okay, this was the surprise thing that some producer thought was going to boost the ratings. Mm-hmm. But in real life right now, we are living, I think, at the crest of attention is the new drug. And I feel like people now are starting to get addicted to attention. Yeah. Okay. And and that's dangerous, Believe it or not, I think that shit worse than using drugs right now.
It gotta be.
Because people will do anything for attention.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Whether it be good or bad.
Yeah.
And you have people nowadays that recognize that, I don't care what type of attention this is.
As
It can
long
be
as
good or
it's
bad,
attention, yeah.
as long as it's some attention.
Yeah, that's
you know,
crazy.
and it's like they're starting to integrate that into their lifestyle. They start to integrate that into who they present themselves to be in people. I'm sorry, in front of people or on social media. Attention is the new drug, and I really feel like that right there, that shit is an epidemic. Believe it or not.
It is. It's just to that point to me when you see this kind of stuff, right? So, like, say Fox is owned by who? Disney, right? So if Disney is owned by this, so Disney, say, is mainly known for, say, you know, children things, right? Like
Right.
Disney World, Disneyland, and stuff like that. So, you know, my whole thing is when people gonna be fucking adults, you know what I'm saying? When people gonna stop being old niggas and be elders, you know what I mean? It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
You say stop being an old nigga and be an elder.
I mean, because
that's bro.
like
That's a
it's
lot
a
of
big
truth in that
difference. Just
statement.
because just because you're old in age don't make you an elder. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know what? I just said that to somebody the other day. I said I have noticed, and I just want to touch on this briefly, especially in our community. Why is it that a lot of mothers love to like shame and guilt trip their daughters? I don't know that. Like, why do we see in our community so many strained relationships with older women and their daughters? And it's just like, wait a minute, when you become an elder, you see things that go on. You're supposed to add support, add edification to what's going on. Yeah. And somebody told me a long time ago, edification is I'm sorry. Correction is not punishment. Yeah. All right. So when somebody corrects you, you should not feel punished when they do it. You understand what I'm saying?
And you shouldn't be ashamed. You should be damn I'm glad and shit you corrected me.
Thank you.
You should be.
But
there should
nowadays,
be that
like
gratitude.
you said, you have more people trying to be niggas than elders. Yeah. And it's just like they reach a certain age and it's just like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be the elder in this situation, but you're acting like a child. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. And that whole thing of like, I notice this all the time. I'll hear mothers reprimanding their young or adult kids, and it's more of a let me embarrass the fuck out of you, let me talk shit to you, let me speak to you in this condescending way. Who's going to learn from that type of, you know what I'm saying, that type of behavior?
But not only that, somebody in their right mind who going to listen to that shit? Like, you know,
bro, it causes a lot of tension. It causes a lot of our home. It's a very divisive way to behave, and I think that is something that we really need to address. We have to learn as we grow older to learn how to start talking to people with a level of love and respect that allows us to build a strong bond with them, and not just, many of us have been just brought up with this whole notion of I talk to you like shit because I love you. No, that's not love.
That's not love.
That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
That's that shit that when you get old, made me want to hit you in the head with a salt shaker, a glass salt shaker that's on the table because I'm tired of your shit. And now you old enough and frail enough for me to beat your ass. And it's a rap.
Dance on your fucking head like Gregory Hines. You know what I mean?
That probably sounded so fucked up, but forgive me. Forgive me, y'all. All right. That probably sounded old and fucked up or evil and fucked up, but it is what it is.
You know, that's what it is. You know, sometimes you got to flex on the old motherfucker like that. That's all, you know, so. But yeah, you know, when it comes to, you know, like I said, with Anthony Anderson and stuff like that, we're going to end on this note. It's just a point in time in society to where a major correction is overdue. You know what I mean? Because our society is so fucked up right now to where, like you said, you can have people shaming people for doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And actually, you know what I mean, where you trying to, you know, you can be trying to help somebody, you know what I mean? Say, hey, get your kid out the street. I was listening to somebody today, and it was like, yeah, you know, I was actually trying to help a kid. You know, it was a little kid that was in the street or something. And I'm trying to tell a kid to get out the street or whatever, their parent or whatever was right by, and the parent got mad at the person for trying to And it's like, what the hell is really going on?
We
you see this a lot.
We're not going to be able to have a community ever if we don't allow, you know what I'm saying, some type of edification to take place with our children and especially with these young folks. Because again, like I know, and I always tell people this, I feel like our generation was we were the last generation for your neighbor to be able to tell you, hey, get your ass off my grass before I get in that ass. You understand? Nowadays, it's fuck you. I might ride over it with my car. You understand what I'm saying?
You gonna do about it?
And it's just it's then gotten out of hand. But again, just speaking from a resolution-based way, I feel like, again, they say history repeats itself. So, what better time than to step up, just as a man and be willing to say, you know what, I'm going to be that person to. When I see a young man walking in the grocery market with his pants hanging down and he got his little boo-boo stain showing in his drawers, I'm going to pull him to the side and say, hey, man, pull your pants up. When I see old girl that leave the crib, you understand what I'm saying, with a bonnet and a dirty sports bra on, you understand what I'm saying? And it's just like, baby girl, make sure you make yourself presentable before you leave all that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let y'all women handle that because I feel like nowadays an older man talking to a younger woman.
Yeah.
Please, I'm gonna let y'all older women handle that. But for the young fellas, it's
correction time.
Correction is never punishment.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, look, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's been watching, everybody that's been supporting. And y'all already know what time it is, man. We about to get out of here. Hey, look, thanks for tuning in to the GAMG, the Big Flex Strongcast. Always, we'll be back at it again next Monday night at 9 o'clock on Podcastic, Facebook, and YouTube, y'all. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. We're going to flex this thing on out like this and keep flexing, my friends. See y'all next week, y'all. Peace, y'all.